Hi, folks. Hope you're having a great weekend. I've been reading a lot of Russian literature lately, so I thought I will share a few things. Russian literature is one of the most loved, most appreciated branches among all other literature for the very reason that it talks about human values, it talks about realism, it portrays humans as they are, it doesn't go over the top, it talks about their struggles, their failures, their mental turmoils. Now, when we speak about Russian literature, there are two prominent names that comes to our mind. One is of Lev Tolstoy, and the other is Fyodor Dostoyevsky. Now, both these writers lived around the same time. Both were contemporaries to each other. But the object of their writing was different. Lev Tolstoy mainly wrote on the social life of the 19th century Russians, while Dostoevsky delved deeper into their psyche. He wrote about their psychological aspects. Now, I just finished reading two of his novels, Crime and Punishment and The Idiot. It kind of really hit me for the very reason that you can't understand Dostoevsky when you read him for the first time. For the very first time you read Dostoevsky, everything is an abstract. The whole idea is an abstract for you. Because his novels have philosophy, lots of philosophy incorporated into it, along with psychology, human psychology. Now, what is unique about Dostoevsky's writings is, you take other novels, there are a series of events happening. The story unfolds in a series of events. But Dostoevsky is an exception for that. His stories unfold in a series of dialogues. It's full of dialogues, conversations happening between two or more characters in a room, wherein there is an argument and there is a counter argument. For this very reason, it might feel very boring at the first time. So before you start exploring Dostoevsky's works, you actually need to understand his format of his writing. Now, talking about Dostoevsky, he was born in 1821 in Moscow. His father was a doctor in a Moscow hospital. He's been through a lot of turmoils. Now, his writings are on human psychology. But he himself was not a psychologist. He was not a professional psychologist. He was not a practicing psychologist. He was qualified as a military engineer. But he had been through lots of hardships. He had garnered the power of endurance, mental endurance, through lots of hardships that he had to face in his lifetime. He lost his father at a very young age, which made him an epilepsy patient. And he was afflicted by this epilepsy throughout his life. He had to go through lots of addictions, gambling addiction and whatnot. And most of all, he survived a death sentence. He was ordered to be shot dead by the Tsar for being a part of a radical group that conspired against the ruler of Russia, the Tsar, the ruler of Russia, what do you call? But at the last moment, he actually escaped. There is a forgiveness note coming from the Tsar to be all the executioners to be forgiven and to be sent to Siberia for hard labor of 4 years. Now, Dostoevsky, along with three of his comrades, were to be executed, but he endured that situation, and one of his friends, one of his mates succumbs to insanity. He couldn't go through this execution. He was gone mad. But Dostoevsky was able to survive that. Now this is what, like, the pain he went through, that is what actually has taken him to that greatness of what he is. Now you take Dostoyevsky's most of novels, you can find the dark aspects of human psychology. You can find the dark aspects of the human mind. He leaves open all the dark aspects, like what is going on within the character's mind. And you kind of read those and you feel like, what if this is a general human psychology, and what if same thing is happening to me? You actually get affected by his stories, you actually get affected by his novels, be it Crime and Punishment, be it Idiot. Reading Crime and Punishment, you actually get into the shoes of the protagonist Raskolnikov. Reading Idiot, you actually get into the shoes of Prince Mishkin. It's so powerful, so strong, so hard hitting. It's like drinking a scotch. You won't understand it at the first instance, and then when all of it unfolds before you, it hits you hard. It's like the truth, knowing the truth about yourself. Now that is what makes Dostoevsky unique from all the other writers. You take English literature, other literature, it's mostly about romance, love, and all this over the top, all the good things. But Dostoevsky writes about the harsh realities of life, which most of the common people can connect with. So this is all I wanted to say. So if you really want to explore some literature, you can explore Crime and Punishment and Idiot, and some of its short stories like White Nights, and so on. Thank you.